Let's go live. Let's go live. Oh, how are you guys doing? Peasant chat. 4/18/2021. Today we're going to talk about a little bit of the drag race video that I just put up. Well, if you're a channel member, if you go to the join tab on the main channel, I'm not sure how to do it on mobile. Maybe KC526 will put up a link how to do it on mobile. You get to see the videos first. So if you logged in today and saw that I premiered a video and it already had 16 comments and 100 and something views, well, that means the members got to see it first. The members get to see it first. Members get to see members only chats, members only perks. So if you do want to become a member, there's 3 levels. You don't have to, pay through the nose. It's like $5 a month, up to 14 or 15 bucks, or up to 24 bucks a month or something like that. Booty level, but you don't have to do that. Whatever. If you want to become a member, you just get to see everything first. So yeah, that video was very well documented because Jeremiah Camp, he's a bro, showed up to the track, got me some footage from the outside of the car. And there's a lot of questions on that video that I'll answer right here, especially on the Transbrake stuff, the Transbrake 2-step stuff. I showed you a video putting a Transbrake on the red car. Then I ended up going to the track and testing it. And I after some testing, it doesn't really help the 60-foot. I did get the tire up in the air. Did you see that shit? Tire got up in the air on the first hit. Jeremiah Camp caught that. Again, without him, I wouldn't be able to document all that stuff. YouTube Corrupts in the house. Redbird, Jared Wells taking his morning ship. Rich 50. I'm home solo motherfucker. At 2000 MCR says, how's the family? Desert Coyote, good morning, Eminem. Long weekend, Alex? Dude, I worked all day Friday. Loaded the car up in the Mama Luna, which tow's great. Took it to the track. I didn't get home till midnight, and then I edited till 2 in the morning. And then I got some sleep. And then Saturday, wake up, did the other show on the dating channel, went to the gym, headed down to Miami for the rest of the night. It was a good time. So I'm recovering from all that right now. Today, what's going to happen today is going to be Mama Luna content. I'm going to try to do this, do the gym thing, and get baseline runs on the Mama Luna on the F-150. We still have to name her. And I found out something about the pinstripes that's hilarious. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. What's up, Edwin Martinez? I saw you got your car fixed up after sucking in chunks in your turbo kit. Nice to see that it's ready to go. Fresh Pasteles says, morning, bicho. Douglas Gonzalez, the resident Portuguese man. What do they call Portuguese? Pork chops? Is that what they call them, pork chops? Like, Hispanics are spics and Mexicans are beaners and our Portuguese pork chops. Garage Junkie, we get, what the fuck did Garage Junkie say? We get to see the members only member. Exactly. Morning, everybody. Checking in from Kabul. Gonzo, the great 60 Ricky, Mike's Garage, Juan Resendez. Everyone's in the house. So yeah, sliding my couch against the wall so I can become a pheasant today for the chat. So, okay, went to the track, tried out the car on the Transbrake. The best foot brake, 60 foot, I can get on the red car. And again, for those of you that don't know what's done to the car, let's go over it real quick. 6F converter, stock transmission, stock 6R80, stock drive shaft, 373 gears from a performance pack, GT, stock axles, stock suspension, meaning stock springs and shocks. It does have a Steeda hop, stop the hop kit from way back when. Stock end links, and it does have, I think, a cradle lockout or one of those the UPR. Put the bushings. I think it's a cradle lockout situation. No, not cradle lockout. Cradle lockout would be the stop the hop kit. So it's whatever you call those inserts that go in between the stock factory IRS bushings. It's been having that since from the get go. Front suspension, bone stock rotors, bone stock brakes, bone stock shocks, bone stock springs. It does have a AA Street K member in it. It does have a Steeda crash bar front and rear. Okay, so that is at least an E85 GT250 intake, 350 throttle body, Steeda cold air intake, open air element, not a closed air box. And it seems to be running well. So it's on E85 return system, but it's locked at 58 PSI. And so it's like having a stock pump back there and a FIC 1000cc injector. So I installed a Transbrake and a 2-step. They already had a Transbrake. The 2-step basically was to hold the RPM wherever I wanted to hold it in order to launch the car consistently. And goddamn, it wasn't inconsistent. 153, 153, 153, then a 151, Then it went 11:23, which isn't any quicker or faster than foot braking it, but it is way more consistent, and my reaction times are way better. Where my reaction times were in the point twos, now it's in the point 12s. It's consistent. I can consistently launch the car. And if you see the brake light on when I'm launching the car, well, it's because I think the trans is a little worn. So when you're on the Transbrake, it will creep up if you don't just touch the brake a little bit, because the clutch it just creeps the car forward. I can't just keep my foot off the brake without the car trying to lunge forward while it's on the Transbrake. So launched at 100, cut a 153, launched at 4400, cut a 153, and then the other one that it did a 151 was like 4200, but it didn't matter because I think it happened to be with track conditions. I thought the air was getting cooler and it wasn't. I probably should have gone earlier in the year when the weather was better in the 50s, but it was in the 80s, and the car is not going to perform great. But if it runs 10s in that muck, it'll run really good. So what do I do next, right? I could get lightweight rotors, meaning nothing too expensive, but just lighter than stock. Drain the fuel tank to about a quarter, put some ethanol 1R in there, and then go back, and that's probably what I'm going to do to see if it goes 11-1. And that's it. I don't think I'm going to, go too crazy exotic. I'm not going to put a CJ in it right away. First of all, I don't have a CJ handy. I would put it in it if I had the time, but I don't have the time because in the next week or two, the car is going to go away for over 6 months, getting some R&D stuff done in the West Coast. So it will be gone for a while. You thought it was going to break for sure. I'm glad it did. Yeah, I thought it was going to break because it's stock. The black car stick broke the drive shaft cutting 1.5s, and this, for some reason, the IRS, the bias ply tire, stock drive shaft, stock axles seem to work pretty damn good until I get more power in it, and I think that's when things are gonna happen. But dude, it left so soft feeling. It didn't hit really hard, and I don't think it's gonna hit the tire. Now, if I had a drag radial on the car, oh yeah, I would have broken parts. Oh yeah, it would have wheel hopped. It would have done all this shit. Because drag radials don't like high RPM launches. Like basically you're launching the car like a stick car with a Transbrake and a two-step. So the bias ply Hoosier QuickTime Pro, which they are 28 by 11 by 17 street, QuickTime Pro. Awesome tire. Love it. I think it gave me some less gear ratio mechanically going down the track, but it's working, and just get more power to the car and it'll go 10s. Pretty damn near full weight. The only thing weight reduction wise is the crash bars, the K-member, and the seat. I did not tin can the car. I have wipers. I have windshield washer fluid. I have everything. And I do have a Braille battery. I do have that too. But I don't want to king gut the car. You know what I mean? Like Houston gut. I'm not looking to do a Houston gut on the car at all. I say skip the CJ and do suspension. Suspension's not going to help me at all, Rich 50. It's not going to help me cut a better 60 foot. The car dead hooks. It doesn't transfer the weight any better. If I got suspension done together, I don't think it's going to 60 foot any better. I can't launch any higher. So suspension isn't going to do a goddamn thing. You thought, do you tend to shallow stage or stage a little deeper? I shallow stage as much as possible to get your best ET possible. I try to shallow stage very light. It's tough. I don't deep stage the car. Deep staging the car will get you a better reaction time and a lesser ET, very slightly though. Shallow staging should get you a better ET, not such a great reaction time. Port your transmission and it will not creep. Just watch the vid. Good morning. Look good. Do you what about a higher stall converter? A higher stall converter than a 6F? So remove the trans, return the fucking stall converter, and have it stall higher? Come on, man. Come on. Jesus. Just woke up. Good morning, Alex Vallejo. What PSI are the rears? 17 PSI on the tires on the nose. Port to evap solenoid, 10's easy. Marlon Johnson, Ford has rewritten my stock file. I am unable to load my 93 tune. My question is, can I just request a Lund Tune file and upload to my Engage, or do I have to buy the HTTP device and tune the file? No, you have an Engage, you're covered forever. So just say, hey, Ford, I already answered this in the other chat like 15 times. Ford, anytime you take the car to a dealership and Ford plugs in, they're like obligated to like update the calibration to the latest. And that's how the car leaves the lot. That in effect unmarries the Engage from the car. Now you have to get an unlock file from us and you should be good to go. How hard are the two-steps on timing chains and tensioners? It's not good. That's why I wasn't on the two-step really long. I am blown away that people that have HP tuners tuned cars that bump in on an NA car. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Bumping in on a naturally aspirated car, you stupid basic bitch ricer fuck. Like, really? Bumping in? The reason bump in was ever invented is so that turbo cars are already spooled up as they stage. But you NA fucking retards are like the sound and you like for a minute. Why are you bumping in on an NA car? Did you see what I did? I staged, and when the first light came on, that's when I started up on the two-step and let go. So it was on the two-step for less than a second. But you NA fucks are like, yeah, I'm gonna blow people's minds. 12.5, you fucking ricer fuck. I hate Mustang owners. I hate Mustang owners. My Mustang friend, you should put gun drilled wheel studs. 750, did Lund do your two-step? What the fuck is wrong with people? What the fuck is wrong with people? Did Lund do my two-step? I did my two-step. I wired in an MSD two-step. Boy, this chat's going to make me quit Mustangs. That thing would rip with a 150 shot. It would. I think it'll go 9s with a 150 shot, to be honest with you. Does the 85 at the pump differ in ethanol content between summer and winter? I got E75 at the pump about 5 days ago. If you go to the pump and you actually read the label on the pump, all they owe you is E55. Literally on the pump, it says minimum ethanol content, E55. They don't owe you anything above E55. So you must test it every time. Winter does not matter. Because they want to be like street outlaws, laughing my ass off. How dumb. If a car is tuned at my dealership, we won't touch it for the update. If a car is tuned at my dealership, we won't touch it. We won't touch it for the update. But then if you have to, okay, Jared Wells, if your car is tuned by Lund Racing, you go in there with an IDS tool, you can't read any parameters. So then you're going to want a stock file sent back in there, and then you're going to want to reprogram it, right? Oh God, I love this. High rise. Jesus, did we just get a new batch of idiots today? Oh, dude, it's like, did Lund do your two-step? Like that sentence, Casey, that might be the fucking comment of the week. Did Lund do my tuning? What? Can I get the two-step tune? Someone, you need to watch the video of the red car before start asking stupid questions. Dude, the red car videos answer every question, and you still see people go, what converter's in it? What gears are in it? Are the axles stock? What suspension's done to the car? I'm like, in every video, I mention everything that's done to the car. This chat makes it easy to quit Mustangs. Exactly. This chat makes you go, I might just buy a Dodge and bring that community out of the ghetto. I'm going to try to bring that community out of the ghetto, make them see the light. No, I won't. No, I won't. Carl gets stolen before I fucking do a tune in it. Mustang owners are going to drive Alex to support LS owners and motors. Can I make 800 horsepower through cats? It done. I got it already. Thank you. Holy shit. Yeah, he would have to reprogram it then. Exactly, Jared Wells. That's what I mean. Obvious troll post. I don't know about obvious. You'd be surprised. Some people legit tell you, like, they legit say that. They go, oh, did Lund do your two-step? Oh, just kidding. I was just part of the crew, right? I'm like, yeah, no, it's pretty stupid. Did Lund change your oil? Oh, fuck me. So the Transbrake and two-step are two different things. And I think laymen's, people that are new to Mustangs and new to racing in general, don't understand that a Transbrake is not a two-step and a two-step is not a Transbrake. A Transbrake is something we wire in totally differently with a 3-relay setup. Means no tuning, not a tuned Transbrake, not a digital Transbrake, a relay hardwired Transbrake. So I have a 3-relay Transbrake in the car. That was done by Jake at Power by the Hour. In the Tune, you do have to shut off some codes because when you try to lock a forward gear and a reverse gear together to keep the trans from moving forward or back, it wigs the fuck out. So you have to shut off some codes and do some magic in the background. The two-step. The two-step is a device that allows you to hold the RPM at a predetermined RPM based on your selection while you're on the Transbrake. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you have a manual car, right? If you have a manual car, you can put in a two-step and bing bang pow pang boom all fucking day, all day. But for launching, you got to set it up so that once the car rolls forward, meaning once it sees OSS, or it's a clutch switch. If you do it on the clutch switch, meaning while the clutch is down and you floor it, the two-step activates. The moment you let go of the clutch and the switch is now off, the two-step shuts off. So that's what I had in the black car, but I never used it because I'd rather freewheel instead of launching on boost because that will blow up. Now, if I ever drag race the white car, I'd have to get a two-step to launch with boost because it's a manual or a turbo. Did Lund paint it red? Hey, Alex. It's early. Somebody more idiotic will say something better. It is. They haven't gotten their coffee yet. Who's worse, domestic ricer crowds, S550 owners, or Mopar owners? Right now, S550 owners. Unfortunately, S550 owners are the ones, new S550 owners are old Honda guys. It's just the truth. They're legit old Honda and Evo and Subaru guys. And they come over to the Mustang world and rice it up. It's just the truth. I don't see any Honda racers buying a big, heavy Mopar to stunt on that. Not at all. People that buy Mopars are mostly drug dealers. Prove me wrong. I live near the hood. Prove me wrong. Alex is going to be doing Hellcat Trackhawk anti-theft tunes. First mod for Dodge owners. Did Lund port your asshole, Mr. King? Carlos Arroyo says, in the Ford IDS, if you enter manual mode using the tear tag and no calibration change, you can't data log. Okay, got it. I think it's time to flood the world again with these dumb comments. It's happening. I really think the world is purging itself slowly. What's the movie with Mark Wahlberg when the world like just started killing people? Like it just put something out in the air and it just started killing motherfuckers. Like a big, wide purge. I think it's time. Tango says to Anthony and Leonard Boffo, Mopar slightly worse than the S550s. Every damn one is covered in red lights and camo wraps on bags. Did Lund put and tuned your wipers? I've been thinking about putting a watt box on my Nitrous 13 to make it leave harder. Yeah, if you, well, I don't know if it'll leave harder. It'll be more consistent. Let's just say if it's a manual, Jared Wells, it's not going to leave harder. It'll just be more consistent. If you have a Transbrake, that's different. If it's a, yeah, so I don't even know if it's auto or manual. Hey, Alex, you think a one-piece drive shaft would help? I think a one-piece drive shaft will help. Not for, well, yeah, it'll help in a couple of ways. First of all, it's solid, so it's less likely to break. But secondly, rotating mass. It's lighter. The drive shafts on these cars are extremely heavy. They're two-piece with a center bearing. They're very heavy. So, yes, I think a drive shaft would absolutely gain in ET based on rotating mass, for sure. The Happening. Thank you, The Happening. Big fat guys with Hellcats. Would I need a Lund Tune for my car after I saw the Billet Lugnuts? So The Happening was a good movie. The Happening was with Mark Wahlberg, and for some reason, the Earth just started like putting out shit in the air like pollen, and it was invisible, and people just started offing themselves. And I think it's time, Gaia. 392 credit score for the win. Does porting a manifold on a Gen 3 engine require a tune on a Mustang? No, Peter Chow. Peter Chow, no. Porting, think of it this way. Porting will allow more airflow at high RPMs. Well, what dictates fueling with higher airflow? The mass airflow sensor at the cold air. So the reason we make you do idle, slow rev, and wide open throttle pulls is that so we sample all of the cells, idle, transition, and the top cells dial them in, make sure they're fueling good for all of the MAF frequencies. So if and when you port your manifold, as long as there's no vacuum leaks and you've installed it well, put it back on, the MAF is already dialed. There is no reason to do it all over again. Now, if you somehow are flowing so much air that you're hitting another cell that we didn't account for, which is it never happens, then we'll just ask you to log it and we'll tweak the MAF if we need to. But people go all the time, oh, you got to give the engine more fuel when you're introducing more air. The mass airflow sensor does that. So that's why we dial in mass airflow sensors or mass airflow housings with a stock mass airflow sensor. Street Scene N2WB makes an add up for the watt box for a nitrous stick card. Oh, okay, cool. So true about the S550 owners with bags, underglow, bad raps, stupid window banners. What is going on with the window banners on the windshield by the cowl? Like, what? I don't even understand. And it's like wicked bag gay. Wicked, like the group names and the crew names are like semi band boy-ish. Insynced Mustangs of South Florida. Wicked Rides of Dade County. Rides with a Z at the end. Wicked Rides. Bad Boy Club of Sucking Dick. We swallow on the first date. I'm like, what the fuck is happening with the window banner group names on them things? What's happening? No, the new racers are Mopar guys. Sorry, Mustang guys are way worse in my opinion. The Mopar guys they just have really bad taste. But the ricer, meaning stanced, I guarantee there's going to be the stupid exhaust like the Yakuza do in Japan here coming out of S550s. I guarantee it. Way worse. S550 guys are way worse than Mopar guys by far. Looking to get a boosted manual Gen 1 car, where can I find one where people don't want 30K? Well, if it's built well, Mr. King, they're going to want good money. If you want some clapped out on-3 twin-turbo shit-ass MT82 shit-ass, been broken 500 times, busted rear end, different. I mean, yeah, you're going to get one for $15,000. But one that's built well, clean, you're going to pay a little money, at least 22 to 25. Built well. And Zay Mustang says, have you seen PMAS new closed box concept? Only S550 though. Yep, it's the same tune because the PMAS housing does not change. It's just a closed air box. That's smart. Eddie says, does the 18 and up F-150 have DI as the Mustangs? Yeah. Eddie says me. Eddie said, yeah, they have DI and PI, just like the Mustang. And the same compression. Literally every S-150 owner that has an axle block and drop strings have an IG sticker on their quarter window. Exactly. Don't forget their Instagram on their windows. Exactly. Corsa sounds shitty. Yep. There's a guy local to me. Good kid. Good kid. He is not a bad kid. I'm trying to steer him in the right direction. He's like, hey, I got this. What do you think about this? I'm like, that sucks. That's gay. Well, my car doesn't hook. Well, your car's stanced. Get it away from the stand stuff. Oh, hey, my mufflers exploded. Put the stock mufflers back on. And he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, everything you're doing, undo it. And he's like, oh, shit, I kind of do like how it sounds with the stock mufflers. I'm like, welcome to adulthood. And he's like, God damn it. But he's a good kid. At least I have access to a young guy that I'm like, no, dude, you're doing it all wrong. There was a guy at the track. Oh boy. Oh, the amount. I went to the track and about 3 hours at the track was spent talking to people. Hey, give me some tips. Give me some tricks. What do you got done? I had a guy come up to my face and ask me, what's the car we're on? I said 11.2, but I'm trying out the two-step stuff. And he goes, man, that shit don't got a fucking two-step. Get the fuck out of here. And I was like, I never met this motherfucker before in my life, right? I've never met this guy. And he's like, that shit don't got a fucking, what are you talking about, Tuesday? Like, I'm dumb. I'm like, come over here. Come over here, dude. What the fuck is that? I literally said, come over here. What's that? He's like, he was like confused, like, oh, I don't know shit about cars. I'm like, yeah, you need to shut the... Anyway, the amount of complaints I heard about certain tuners. Ooh, I could park myself every Friday at Palm Beach International Raceway with a table saying data log reviews and Lund Tunes, I would probably make $5,000 every night. The amount of people like, my tuner doesn't reply for 3 weeks. Like 3 weeks? He goes, how fast do you guys reply? I'm like, probably 15 minutes. Or maybe at most a couple of hours during business hours. 3 weeks and you're okay with it? Well, he said he's busy and I don't want to be a bother. He said he's busy and you don't... I almost wanted to yell at him. I'm like, are you fucking... And I looked at his girlfriend and I'm like, yo. She goes like... Like, you got to get on the keyboard, bro. I'm not trying to steal you from nobody. But if you are waiting 3 weeks for a revision and you still fuck with that tuner, that's your fault, kiddo. That's on you, buddy. And I said that I heard that complaint at least 10 times. Friday on a regular ass testing tune. I'm like, oh my God. It's too easy. Come up to Michigan and Mopar guys are worse. Michigan is worse. Michigan is worse. Come up to Michigan and Mopar guys are worse. Michigan is worse. Can nitrous and two-step work together? I would not like... Yeah, I mean... So let's say, for instance, I have a nitrous kit on the car. I would launch at 3,500 and activate the nitrous at 3,800, meaning the nitrous should not be active while you're two-stepping. Hey, Alex, I got a Gen 1 with a VMP Gen 2R. What supporting mods are needed to pulley down a 69mm pulley? Well, you need fuel and octane. So a return cell fuel system, 1,000cc injectors, ethanol, or race gas. If my header flange has a slight warp in it, should I get a machine perfectly straight or will it straighten out once it's bolted up? That's not a serious question. I'm not even going to answer that. Squeaky wheel gets the oil or the grease. I love how when people talk shit about your slowest car, like, what up, bitch, you want to run section 8? I love people that are like, 11.2? And I'm like, I mean, I'll bring the Fairmont out if you want to fuck around on the big pulley. Like, everyone's like, oh, you're getting beat by Hellcats. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting beat by boosted Hellcats in my NA car. Yes, I should be. They're 10-second cars. And I'm not getting beat by a ton. They're beating me by like 5/10. Half a second. And I'm like, it's not like a second and a half. So next week, I'm going to try to bring the red car out to see if I can run 11.1. And then Saturday, there's a roll race competition. And I'm just going to come in for fun runs. I'm not going to actively, participate in that. And I'm going to bring the Fairmont. And I'm gonna take every Supra, every fucking guy that thinks he's hot shit, and I'm gonna beat you in that square shit ass of a car, square grandma white and beige. I'm gonna roll your shit, and I'm gonna mile an hour. My goal to mile an hour 150, maybe 160 if I pulley down to the big boy pulley, and we'll see who talks shit then. I love how people are like, oh, your car. I mean, I'll bring out the Fairmont if you want. Alex, speaking of rotational mass appears, Mustang Mopar owners are just discounting how physically heavy the aftermarket appearance wheels are. Shitty $150 appearance wheels are not your friend. I agree. Alex, sounds like you're trying to squabble. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, it blew my mind. It blew my fucking mind that the guy's like, that shit ain't got no fucking two-step. Like he was talking to some dumbass. And I think he had a nitrous Mopar or a nitrous Camaro that was like an 11.4 car. And I'm like, my shit's faster than yours. NA, stop it. Suck to suck, buddy. I got my stock mufflers and it sounds good with a crossover. Probably just get headers. Smart man. 5 liter and a 50 cal. Alex, can you diagnose a valve body from logs, 10R80 car, and sent the logs to Brandon Friday night? Not from a log, but from the conditions that you speak of, meaning if you start experiencing, like weird shifting issues, we say lead frame or valve body because it's not the tune. Oh, Ohio has Norwalk. Easy on that. Anything north of, I don't know. I like the Carolinas, so I can't really talk shit on the Carolinas. Anything north of North Carolina to me is just trash. How's that? Across the United States. Like, just straight garbage. The car just brings all the butt hurt. That guy was questioning you about the two-step, probably drove a Nissan Altima to the track and walks around talking to people like he knows everything. There's a lot of those. The Fairmont is so damn cool, though, just for that reason. Exactly. People are like, what the fuck is this old man? Oh, shit! I want to race all the Hellcats. I wish I could bring both cars to the track. I want to race all the Hellcats that think they got something. All that, because the Hellcats are racing me, right? And they see an S550 and they're like, yeah, I beat that car. Then I open the hood and they're like, oh shit, it's only got a cold air. Like, and then, oh, it must have nitrous. I'm like, keep looking for the solenoid because it ain't there. Name 3 good things about Ohio without saying OSU. Here we go. Jared Wells, I live in Ohio and it's ass. Roush mufflers are the best. But Supers have 1,000 horsepower stocks as every 12-year-old. What exhaust dumps do you have? Magnaflow. Magnaflow, straight through. Header, 500 catalytic converters because it's EPA legal. And a Magnaflow dump right at the end. I barely made it, and then I'm stationed in North Carolina. Whew. And Mustangs are built in Flat Rock, hence it's sucking. I need to get out of the Northwest. That Edelbrock kicking ass and taking names. I love that little car. It's getting some R&D work on Power by the Hour right now. They're doing some cool stuff we'll talk about later on once they're ready to announce shit. Hush Money would be fun to watch. Yeah. Alex, you've been killing it on that dating channel. Bumble swipes are life. Bumble swipes are life. If you are not a member of that dating channel, go over to that dating channel and fast forward to the last 20 minutes of every episode, every show in the last 3 months. And I just basically go on Bumble and just, swipe left or right on chicks and critique what they got to say. All of them like to travel. All of them, just watch. Just watch. It's great. Hush Money gonna lay some gap Saturday. I'm gonna go Saturday to the roll race event. Fuck with me. I'll bring the 2.625 pulley. I'll see how the problem is the track. They don't prep the track. And sometimes people have really gotten hurt. I've seen Mustangs straight crash at IRRA, International Roll Racing Association. What a name. So unless the track, if I see the track gets sketchy, I am not taking the Fairmont down there. The Fairmont is already sketchy. And a sketchy car on a sketchy track, I'm good. Yesterday's episode was epic. Thank you, Joe Jackson. Have you ever picked the name for the F-150? No. So the F-150, let's talk about the F-150 real quick. For those of you that saw the F-150 on the channel, we are all trying to think of names. Chocha, Puti Puerca. It's probably going to end up being Champ or Champ Stamp or something like that because of the pinstripes, and especially the pinstripes on the tailgate. So I go to Power by the Hour to show off the truck. Hey, guys, here's the truck, blah, blah. And Jake's looking at it. Things ugly, because he's just like that. It is ugly. Perdomo, though. Perdomo, who has a really good eye for everything, looks at it closely. He goes, those pinstripes are painted on. I go, what? He goes, Alex, look at those pinstripes. They're painted on. Son of a bitch. They are. They are. Some Italian in Albany, New York, decided to pay a professional, because they're good, like the work is good, pinstriper to to lay some pinstripes on a basic F-150, painted, then clear coated on top of it. Some Carmine, some Vito was like, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pinstripe a basic bitch F-150. I'm like, so we got to pick a name, and I'll put up a poll on the community tab eventually when I get time, probably tonight. But today I'm gonna do some testing on the F-150. I'm gonna go out there, bone stock. I got a quarter tank of gas, 93. I'm gonna go draggy, and then come back, remove the spare tire, tonneau cover, cold air. I have a GT350 cold air. I'm going to put that on and cover the MAF and see what it does, because it's MAP, so it doesn't matter, and see if I gain anything on the stock tune, right? Then, get that baseline, stock, modded, and then, because they're flex fuel equipped from the factory, go ahead and put E85 in it, let it learn 85% and test it again to see what the difference is, all on the stock tune. Been Italianized. La Chochona would fit the truck perfectly. Sprayed the Coyote NOS mini controller is a good one. Freehand Killer. Tramp Star. Yeah, I could tell they were painted on through the video. Oh no, escaping it now. Painted on the pinstripes equals tramp stamp. Italian. I beat Hellcats with my MT82 EcoBoost Mustang. Only you, Alex. Only you, bro. Plenty of Italians up here in Albany. Trust me. Exactly. This is some quality handmade shit there. It is. It's like, hey, this is, I got, and he put a fucking 5-0 emblem on it. So you know the dude's Italian. I love Truck Watch It. Looking for an 18 F-150 primary vehicle. Not crazy mods, but wanted to be quick. Do you think a 3.5 would be good or 5.0? 5.0 Whipple GT 5.0. Don't fuck around. We used to use oven cleaner to remove painted on pinstripes and lettering when it was detailing for a dealership. Now I'm going to leave them on because it's hilarious. It's so bad. Like that weird one by the B pillar. Is it the B pillar? The one in the back? That should be like on a shirt. So we'll work on that. I bet my long-lost uncle did the pinstripes. Alex, any thoughts on upgrading the wheels on the F-150? No thoughts yet. Nope. Call the trucks Morty because of the pin strips. No one know what the fuck you're talking about. Gen 2 making about 950, which would be the best route? 6R80 swap or Calumet Stage 3? What about cost and reliability? You're making almost 1,000 horsepower. Your 6R80 is going to cost you at least $7,000 to get a good one. Oh, bullshit. My buddy can throw clutches in one. Okay, what about the forward shaft? What about the planetary? What about a converter? What about a drive shaft? What about a cross member? What about a new computer? What about a new tune? Just get a Calumet Stage 3. Don't fuck around. Hey, Alex, what difference did you see when you switched to the stubby cone filter on your white car? None. I mean, maybe an extra 0.25 air load. It didn't it didn't blow my mind. When I took off everything off of the inlet, it made like 30 or 40 more horse. How about Pepe for the truck? My little mule Pepe. Nope, that sounds really bad. Italian or Mexican definitely owned the truck previously. Exactly. I saw the F-150 with the 5.0 badge. Oh boy, was white. Monty 540 says, maybe a French guy owned it. No French guy owned it. Name the truck Pimp Stripe. Pimp Stripe or Pimp's truck? Now, see, that sounds... It has to be making fun of it. It can't be like badass. It has to be like a dumb name, but kind of putting it down, you know? So we'll see. We're going to have to send you the STX front end. I mean, if you want, but I need bumpers. I want to have the bumpers match the paint. That's probably aesthetically... I'm going to take off it's got mud flaps, guys. I'm going to take the mud flaps off, take that stupid thing off of the I don't know what they call that wind visor thingy. And I'm going to take the running boards off. Even though they're really useful, man, I might just keep those on. But for weight purposes, I want to see if the truck can go like low 13 on the bone stock tune. That'd be cool. Who the hell is hitting me up nonstop? Oh, he's back home. Nice. So some recon work was happening. Very good, very good. Fucking Kyle Brandon. Psycho. So Kyle Brandon sends me money on Cash App like a psycho. Like, why? It's the peasant chat. Don't send me money. But hey, Daddy Brandon getting it done. Cherokee owned it. A Cherokee owned it. Holy shit. Champ stamp for the win. Champ stamp might be funny. Champ stamp, and people would go, what? Especially the Mexicans, like, I don't get it, man. Why you calling it champ stamp? It should be la mamalona, it should be la chocha, it should be la crica, it should be este pastel de zanahoria está de madre. Call it Speedy Gonzalez. Oh my God, stop it. Oh my God, stop it. Quick rundown. What's in the red car? Everybody copy it. Yeah, copy it. Copy it, because I think there was a guy here that copied it and he went the exact same ET. I was like, here's my tune. He's like, hey, it went 11.4, 11.3. I'm like, ain't that some shit? You riding Dogecoin to the moon? No, I'm actually working for a living. Everyone out there that's posting about Doggy Coin or Dogecoin or whatever way you pronounce it, get a fucking job. Get a job. Oh, but it's going to the moon and I can make 3,000. Congratulations. Get a job. Work harder. Put your nose down. Get a second gig. Get a side hustle. No, I'm not writing anything. I am working. Thank you, though, SK Performance Chef. G-Bo says, call it Lund, install my pinstripes. T56 was the first gear. What gear ratios do you recommend? 410s. Hey, Alex, I've got a 1386 with a V3. D-Torque 95's Lund Tune just ran into an issue where the car is stalling when cooling fan comes on. Seems to do it when it's idling, just trying to fix my shit. So isn't there some resistor that, because the fan should not come on all of a sudden. The fan should come on slowly. And Nixon Tarpia did it in his car where there was like some kind of transistor or relay or something that burns out that makes the fan, when commanded to come on really harshly, and it brings the car down. It should come on gradually. If it goes boom and the car fucking stalls, I think it's that's causing your issue. It's not the tune. Mamalona is legendary. Yeah, but Mamalona is the type of truck. So I can't call it La Mamalona. It's the type of truck. So you need to have a name for La Mamalona. Hey, Alex, just tuning in. Finally got my Lund Tune RTD ordered, and previous customer from you guys and a good friend is going to help me figure out how to use the new device. Keep up the good work. Hopefully, once the interfaces with the Android device, once it interfaces with the Android device and you can get a tune in your email, connect via Bluetooth, download it, and put it on your car with your phone, that's game-changing shit. And the data logging. So I'm hoping the HP Tuners gets that shit figured out because it'll be game-changing stuff. Your device is your phone. Cool shit. Will a kayak fit in the truck? No, it's a short bed. I did that for a reason. I'm 50% on Dogecoin. Great. Congratulations. You know, I'm like 150% on my fucking job because I work harder. If I pay attention to the side hustle, it pays me more. Alex, what do you think of the factory launch control versus MSD two-step for a manual? The factory launch control requires you to keep traction control active. I prefer you have an aftermarket two-step with a sticky tire, and I think you'd have better success with that. Put hanging nuts on it like diesel hillbillies. What first performance spawn are you going to suggest for the new Kayak? Ghost watching, bitcho. But you're not ghost watching. You just talk. John Alfredo. Alex, what do you think of the fact you got that Champ Stamp pulling Hush Money to the track? Champ Stamp pulling Hush Money to the track. That's pretty good. I think Champ Stamp is probably going to be the name of the truck. It's stupid, but it's all about audience engagement, right? What are your opinions on these YouTuber car giveaways? Scam? I don't think it's a scam because when you think about it, a lot of these guys, well, has the car been given away yet? Like if I announce a giveaway, I give it away the following week. What are they waiting on? Are they okay? Are they asking you to subscribe to anything? That's how you know it's just for the likes and the views. And they won't get rid of the car until the subscriptions pay for the vehicle. So it's not a giveaway. They're getting paid for it. But I don't know the details of any. Depends on how they're giving the car away. If I make it on this channel, like make it, I'm fucking rolling in it, I'll just give away a car without any stipulations. Again, without any stipulations. Think that's the cooling fan resistor or some shit like that. Got to replace the fan. Got it. Getting UPR solid control arms and Viking shocks for my TVS S197. Will it fix my wheel hop and a terrible 60-foot? It'll help. It'll definitely help. You might need relocation brackets to make sure the bars are facing the right way. I was able to upload tunes to my phone on my BMW with a JB4. Only problem is that the car hated being modified and broke constantly. Tango. Peace out, says Jones 50. See you later. Sprayed Coyote. What do you have for pinion angle? On what? The Fairmont's like -2. The red car, who the fuck knows? It's got a fucking drive shaft that it's a 2-piece drive shaft, so it doesn't really matter on the red car. JB Alex, I work overtime every week. I'm just trying to get the most out of my FU money. Pato. I'm like, just work harder. People that put their hard-earned money on a stock that is volatile as hell, I don't get. I don't understand. It's like gambling to me. I don't gamble. Casey gave Young Trev the link to membership on the iPhone. Champ Stamp for the win. I think it's going to be Champ Stamp. Move my couch closer to my wall. Lost 2 tenths. Or the merch. Right. They either want you to buy shirts to enter to win the giveaway. But to me, a giveaway is a giveaway without stipulations because you're giving it away. Thoughts on Matt 760 P51 intake? It's a bone stock cold air tune. So tune-wise, I don't have to do anything to the car unless it throws like a torque performance code, meaning every cold air intake on the Gen 3 throws a P061B. Every cold air intake. So if the P51 is flowing numbers differently than the car is expecting, it'll throw that code. So that means you have an old tune and we just have to update the tune. No big deal. But in terms of tuning, it's straightforward. Windshield banner would say chomp stump. It's a sell job, not a giveaway. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. What is in the red car? Okay, Franco. Gotcha. Laid it all out. You have to buy shirts and shit to pay the car off, and then they give it away. Exactly. If you're keeping track of the stuff that you're giving away and you're linking people to buy shirts, hats, stickers, and dumb shit, and then finally that gets you $25,000, and then you do the giveaway, it's not a giveaway. 80 degrees outside and I'm seeing white smoke coming from my exhaust. Is it just shitty 85? Nope, that shit's probably fucked up. Nope. Fucking 80 degrees outside and white smoke is coming out of your shit? Something's fucked up. Thoughts on high RPM pulse ring? Not always necessary, but for like Gen 1s, you put a CJ's pulse ring in it and sometimes it fixes certain issues. But honestly, patching the file to 10,000 RPMs seems to be the ultimate fix. Buying a Gen 2 F-150 engine for the new Edge swap. If I swap out the cams for Mustang cams, do I run the Mustang control pack instead of the F-150 control pack? Ooh, I think you need to run the Mustang control pack with a F-150 engine harness. Call power by the hour. Don't fucking go on forums. Don't go on Facebook Coyote Swap Group. Don't go on anything else. Call power by the hour. They literally do that every day. Hey, I remember a few live streams back, you talked about going CJ and selling the 350 manifold. Are you still leaning towards that? I offered to buy it when you mentioned it. Because the car is going to go away to get R&D'd, it needs to have a stock-ish manifold and a stock-ish throttle body. So I think I'm going to keep all that. If I find a CJ setup, I'll get after it. But I got to keep that stuff for the R&D stuff. And if I do, I don't think I'm going to sell that. I don't think I'm going to sell that anytime soon. Because what if the Fairmont goes turbo? Ooh, yeah, exactly. What if the Fairmont goes turbo? Huh? Did you ever think of that, bicho? Someone... Okay. Jesus Christ. What is happening? Someone just keeps sending me money. Stop sending me money. There we go. Eric Roberson says, Roush supercharged car stalls when downshifting from medium to high RPMs. No codes. Do you think it's tune related? It's possible. What usually happens on, especially JLT equipped cars, math signal is pretty terrible in those, and I don't give a fuck what JLT says. They don't tune. They don't know anything about fucking tuning, and the math signal is really bad on Gen 1 JLT TVS setups. So, in order to get around that, we have to make sure that spark doesn't go too low. What happens is if IAT are high and spark goes too low, it can cause a stalling condition. So it's potentially, I don't want to say the tune is causing the car to stall, but the tune can fix the car from stalling. Come on, Alex. The F-150 can transport a kayak with a hitch-mounted bed extender. Just think of all the additional bumble swipes you'll get from crazy liberal lovers. Some of the shirts are cool, only reason to buy them. Also, with them giving away cars, they put it down as a tax write-off along with making people buy shirts. Understood. I have to put my car in the shop. Can I get a valet tune from Lund? Yes, you can, Ernie Montalvo. Thinking about posting my 19 Whipple car for sale. That would be a good price. Or is it 1,300 miles, 19 Whipple car? 30-something thousand, right? If it, depending on the trim, right? 30-something thousand if it's a Whipple car. But Lebanon Ford sells them for 30. You're going to hear that all day. But if it's a premium car, like a nice, highly optioned car, you should be able to get 30 plus. Did they fix the problem with the RTD on 11 to 14? So far, they supposedly, basically it's a licensing issue. So let's say, for instance, you buy a tune and the car licenses the existing calibration. Then you send us that stock tune, and then we send you a tune that might have a calibration change. It asks you to license it again. Supposedly, they refund the second licensing back for Gen 1s. And it's only on Gen 1s. With all the EPA shit, why does YouTube still send me notifications of all the diesel Mustangs? Stupid. look, there are people out there that are absolutely oblivious as to what's going on, the underlying tone that the government is taking with performance. And people have to make money. People have to make YouTube channels. So when I see a rolling coal diesel Mustang, I like the guy. He seems like a nice guy. He seems great. He's entertaining, and it is entertaining, and he seems to have a great personality. That's not the thing to put on shit right now. You just can't put that shit out right now. You just can't. You just can't, man. You're actually hurting shit. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm singling that guy out. It's the EPA goes, that's why we're like, if the EPA is looking for an example of what not to do, that's what they'll point at. And, you know, I want the guy to make money. I want the guy to be a billionaire. But that stuff right there makes you go, it's an uphill battle. It's an uphill battle. Again, I want the guy to make money. I want the guy to be successful. I like the guy. But a diesel in a Mustang, like a Cummins diesel in the Mustang and rolling coal, EPA goes, the case government against SEMA, example number 1, bam, put it up on a fucking easel or whatever, and they show that Mustang with a diesel and black smoke coming out of it. And I'm like, yeah. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I want him to enjoy his sport. I want us to enjoy our sport and hobby. Right now, the government's fucking with everybody. The RPM Act has to go through, and at least that'll give us some time, but I'm sure they're going to find a loophole around that to fuck with us too. It's not a good time right now. You don't hear about it right now because they're just making their case. They're just making their case. Right now, they're data collecting. So if you think, well, I haven't heard anything in a while, I haven't gotten my door knocked on, don't worry. It'll happen very soon. Or it'll happen all of a sudden, and you're going to be taken by total surprise. I wouldn't be surprised if they knocked on my door right now and wanted to copy my shit. But go ahead. Fuck it. You know? Mr. Didn't like turbos on a new look. Now you're going... Now we're... Mr. Didn't like turbos, and now look where you're going, buddy. Who's your daddy? None of my cars have turbos yet. And I've had all opportunities on the planet. And I said, might. If the Fairmont goes sub 850, there is no reason to go turbo on that car. There's no reason to go turbo on that car. He's funny, but I'd rather have the Coyote in it. Thanks, man. Hey, Alex, says Nito Diaz. I don't know if you've answered this before, but why doesn't the new Mustang have the flex fuel stamp on the gas cap when they can run strictly E85 with the tune? Because, Nito, if it's on the gas cap, that implies that from the factory, it's flex fuel equipped. Nito. Why would Ford put a flex fuel cap on a Mustang that from the factory is not flex fuel equipped? Casey, that might be the new comment of he might have taken over the other guy with that comment. Hey, Alex, don't you know if you've answered? Okay, I'm gonna copy it before he deletes it. Okay, got it, saved. Okay, hey Alex, don't know if you've answered this before, but why doesn't the new Mustang have the flex fuel stamp on the gas cap when they can run strictly E85 with a tune? You answered your own question in the last sentence, when they can run strictly E85 with a tune. Not from the factory. Wow. Guys, I'm buying a Mopar. I'm buying a fucking Mopar. Fuck it. I mean, what are we doing? Alex, why doesn't Ford put nitrous labels on the Alex, why doesn't Ford put diesel fuel on the gas cap? Because that kid with a simple diesel swap was able to put diesel on his stock gas tank. I don't know what to do anymore. Do you have a group sticker on your windshield? Like Swallow Boys with a Z? Swallow Boys? Swallows Boys? Fuck. Oh, she says, I got it. Thank you. EPA gathering up evidence and looking for homies slipping up. Anthony, you're on the money. EPA gathering evidence and looking for homies slipping up. Ever hear of the height tire changes causing BCM codes? Yes. Yes. Especially if you put 410s. For whatever reason, that wigs out the car unless you get tuned for it. Because you need a tuned dummy. Yeah, he's the winner. Dumb question of the day. I got it. I think he's just took the crown. We got a winner. Red Eye. Hellcat coming at you. Pink Eye. Ay bendito, Nito Diaz. Question of the week, bitch. It's probably the question of the week. That was so fucking great. If you buy a Mopar, then people are going to be hitting you up to buy drugs. Imagine I roll up to the light in a black Red Eye looking like the Batmobile, and the guy's like, yo, man, I need some of that. Good. They got shit down the way. I need some of that good. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, you have a Mopar. Don't you sell drugs? I'm like, well, yeah. I'd rather have a Camaro, honestly. I'm just going to become a Cletus dummy. Alex, you remember when F-150s from the 90s had pinstripes and the owner names under the door handles? Yes. Absolutely, I remember that. His shit is bagged with underglow. Come to the dark side, Alex, says Anthony G. Oh, you do have a Hellcat or a Mopar. Maybe I would. What color Challenger would you be buying? Black. Just dumb. There's one here. Red Eye. I'm like, that is fucking cool looking. It's just mean. It's cool. I wouldn't do red. I wouldn't do white. White looks good, though. I must admit, white Red Eyes look really good. But I think it would be black. It'd be a pain to keep it clean, but it'd be worth it. And it'd be the car that I just bring out on the weekend. When I bring whoever I'm smashing at that time, I'll pick them up in that. Hey, Alex, you might have answered this before, but can I get a Lund Tune with an HP Tuner's Engage? Thinking about buying one used. Yes, sir, Salvador Cortez, but we cannot make that a Lund Racing Engage. We'd have to tune it with HP. Swallow Boys, Patina Performance. Nito Diaz says, I tried. That's pretty good. I appreciate you being funny about it, but man, that was a bad question. Love you. Young Trev's in the house. Oh, shit, Young Trev became a member? Young Trev. Welcome to Puti Level. Damn, he paying the big money. Shit, Puti Puerca was a good name. Puti Puerca might happen, Black with yellow pinstriping. Alex charges $20 a G, so just y'all know. Hey, Alex, why doesn't Ford put aftermarket cold air intakes on the car when all you need is a tune? Oh, G-Bo, I love it. Boost Lee, gotta be the camo wrapped. Yeah, I got a camo wrap black. Ghost black camo wrap. It's black until it goes by you. You're like, oh, shit. Yo, man, that guy got that ghost shit. I'm about to steal that. I'm finna to steal that shit. I'm so white sounding that when I try to talk ghetto, it doesn't sound right. They are data logging the community car. Plum Crazy wide body. Well, yeah, all Red Eyes are wide body, no? Right? Are all Plum Crazy Red Eye? Is there Plum Crazy Red Eyes? Oh, no. Ew. Oh, I just puked in my mouth a little bit. I hate this. I love you, Zane. I hate this. I think this is awful. You guys, it's fucking awesome. I hate it. Yeah, where is it? I hate it. I fucking hate it, bro. No fucking way. Yes. This. That's not a Red Eye, is it? Is that a Red Eye? Yeah, that black. Yeah. Yeah. Black Red Eye. Fucking just black. Fuck it. Yeah. Oh, dude, come on. Come on, Carlito. It wasn't even turned on. Oh shit. Destroyer gray wide body. Trans was just rebuilt with the car shifting 1.2 7200, 2.3 8200, but being commanded at 7400, full bolt-on car with a CJ. By your reply, I'm sure it's the valve body. Thank you, sir. Got it. If it's being look, it's always going to be commanded earlier than the shift happens. Always going to be commanded earlier than the shift happens. I had a guy look at a log the other day. He goes, slip desired versus slip actual is different. I'm like, oh, really? So you're telling me when I desire slip, it should like immediately slip? I mean, couple? Like, oh, I'm commanding a lockup. So the car goes, like a fucking switch? No, there's a delay. Fluids have to move around. Mechanically, things have to happen when it's commanded. So when you command it, then it goes, oh, thanks. Hey guys, I got a shift. Fluids move, shit moves around, a shift happens. Gray or black are the only ones that matter. Exactly. Yeah, can't beat all black. All black is nasty. I like it in silver too. Nut hugger plum crazy. 392 equals credit score. Heard that 15 times. Yeah, black one for the win. Don't like the bushwhacker fender flares they put on them. Who gives a fuck? Now needs to be loud to the ears and to the eyes. Nope. Because loud to the ears and to the eyes are loud to thieves and cops. Black red eye with grain pinstripes. Grain pinstripes. PT to performance. Alex going to be parked up on the corner with his red eye dealing data log advice to the S550 racers making big guap. If I set up a table at Palm Beach International Raceway on an event, on a Cars and Coffee, on a test and tune, and just sit there and be like, data logging and tuning advice, $20 in the jar, I'd probably make $500 to $700 every day I went to the track. That's crazy. And then if I've sold a tune, I'd have to figure out how to have Lund. But then I'm doing it in person, and then they have access to me, and then that's annoying. So I don't think it's worth it. But if the EPA goes to bullshit, I'll be in there with that trench coat. If the EPA gets with their bullshit, I'll be with that trench coat at the track. Yeah, you want an engage in a tune? It's like when remember the episode where Seinfeld, they changed the shower heads in their apartment, and Kramer was looking for better shower heads, and he found a guy in an alley selling shower heads. It was very good. So I'm wanting to see the still where the guy was in the alley, and he had it's so stupid. Let me see. Yeah. I think he opened up his van. And he ended up having Hey, you want a shower head? Yeah, you want a shower head? Then he got the wrong shower head, and it was blowing him out of the fucking shower. Oh, it's the stupidest episode ever. I love it. The shower head episode. My bad. 5 liter. I meant David. Okay, shift happens. 5 liter. Sean, that you. Just dropping in to show some love. Good to make an episode. Boosted cold LT1. And should I know who that guy is? Maybe you guys seem to know the dude. I don't know who that is. But boosted coal tin. Matt, 5 liter. I meant David. If they came in, shift happens. 5 liter. Sean, that you. Good episode. That one guy. I took my dad's truck to the dealer for an oil change. They had a wide body scat back for $60,000, and it was manual. Oh, it'd have to be auto because I'm gay. Okay, if I'm buying a wide body, badass, boosted anything, I'm gonna be a gay guy and just be like auto. If I want to have fun, I got the white car to shift with. You hear about Porsche developing synthetic fuel for zero emissions, testing it with their race team next year, supposed to be compatible with internal combustion engines. Okay, so then what? How much of that are we gonna need? How much of that are we gonna? I mean, can they mass produce it in an insane scale? I hope so. The elephant shower head. Made in the Ukraine for circus animals. The shower head was made in the Ukraine for the circus animals. Elephant shower head. Grain truck drivers always put pinstripes on their rigs. Hence, grain stripe like your F-150. Got it. If you ever did get a Hellcat, would you get an auto or a manual? Be an auto. Be an auto because the trans is very good. I just want to stunt. I just want to put a tune, E85, and a pulley in it and fucking gap. Go. I see them go well into the 10s. So if I had like a 9-second red eye, fully loaded, just tune E85, make 900. That's all I want. That's all I do. And it's wide, so you could be like this with your chick and just go over there, flick the bean, you know? You'll be driving here. Oh, you're going to get me all... don't worry, baby. It's leather. You don't want that. They use that to shower elephants. Weekend-only car. What's better buy? 13 Boss? Or 17 Performance Pack. If you want the exclusivity or the notoriety, you get a Boss. You get a Boss. It's a better engine. Well, it's a similar engine, but it's a premium Mustang. But if you actually want to enjoy your ride, I would definitely get an S550 for sure. Anybody else go watch that Seinfeld clip? It's the best clip ever. Alex, is it worth it going to an HB tuner N gauge or keep an eye out for a Lund N gauge? If it's up to me, I would keep an eye out for a Lund N gauge. But the tune is going to be similar. But I think the Lund firmware that is in the N gauge that has been discontinued is superior. It's just awesome. I'm Hung Solo motherfucker says, keep the pinstripes. I have to keep the pinstripes on the F-150. They are painted on. We just found out. Give it that slow abuelito truck look and then black. Gapping fools. Remove the 50 emblem. Bendiciones. Patty Pat. I don't sell the 450. Okay. I got a wide body manual. Love it. Wanted a 1340 GT500. Just didn't want to be a Shelby Dave. I get it. But now you're like really, really slow on a manual Hellcat. You saw that I basically was head to head with one that had a tune, beadlocks, mods, and this NAS 550 was like, boop, bye. So it's tough to have a manual Hellcat. I do like the indigo blue red eye. Let's look it up. Okay, you guys got me looking at red eyes now. Sell the GT500. Oh, shit. That looks good. Okay, now we're talking. Nah, let's start looking at red eyes because that's probably what I'm going to get. Because I'm gay. So, yeah, that's fucking badass. I'm sorry. That is beautiful. Yeah, that looks really, really good. Jeez, that's cool. What is this blue called? Like ice blue? Yeah, what is this blue called? Look at the silver one. Man, the silver one looks good too. God damn it. Fuck. I don't know, but yeah, it's going to be blue or black. Black to me is just sinister looking. This is nice though, but black to me is just fucking the balls. Oh, I met a woman from Boston, and she goes, "Oh, your car's the balls." I was like, "Wow, is it 1975?" She said, "The balls." So glad I got the N-gauge in time. I got a wide body manual. Okay. Jimmy Angela says, 11GT looking to make 600 and E-Force okay. Yeah, the E-Force will do it. The 2300 will do it pretty easily. I know the IAT is probably going to suck, but I can live with that. Now, the IAT is not going to be that bad, especially if you're like a 10 PSI. It'll make 600, no problem. Amy Stir, what should I come first? The tune or the mods? I don't know want to fuck it up. Elephant Showerhead, remove the pinstriping. The Elephant Showerhead. Thank you for your answer, Alex. I'll keep an eye out for the Lund N gauge. If anyone's selling one for a realistic amount, I'll be happy to negotiable. I see them for 350 or 300. They're gonna get more expensive because they don't make them anymore. That the one. The blue is so nice. That's the color I like. Destroyer gray. The color reminds me of the Deep Impact blue for Mustangs. Blue, pink eye, bikini blue. Order the new wheels for the GT500 yet? GT500. I'm not gonna order anything for the GT500. Wheels. It's fucking $5,000 for wheels for that fucking thing. Fuck that. It's gonna stay like that until I have an issue with it. Or you know, I really start making some money. I just bought a truck. I just bought a fucking truck. White for the win. Painted on pinstripes, done freehand. Dude has some skills. They are very good. I'll show you an episode really showing the work of the pinstripes. It's hilarious. I'll try to incorporate that on a video that isn't just showing the pinstripes. I'll try to make some draggy hits on the truck today or tomorrow. Sell the two S550s, keep the GT500 and the Fairmont, and get the red eye. Then I need a stick car. I need a stick car. So, yeah. Looks like my Velocity blue. Hey, new sub here, said CC. Just started to rebuild my 2012 50 and I'm out here in Las Vegas. Do you know any good tuners out this way? What? Why do they need to be a tuner out your way? Why can't Lund Racing or anyone else tune it? You don't need a tuner out that way. You need to pick Lund Racing for the best tuning, period. Heisenberg blue. Best clutch for drivability in quarter mile. Do you want to go quarter mile or do you want to drive the fucking thing? If you want to drive the fucking thing, you stock clutch it. If you want to race the fucking thing and you're not boosted, an RST. If you're boosted, you're going to have to look at Mantic or something else because the RXT will break your transmission. I'm right here with you, Alex. I would get a red eye all day if it wasn't for the fact that I've dumped all this money into my Mustang already. Name the truck taco flavored Keys for my band. Taco flavored Keys for my band. Scat Pack says the deal breaker with the Hemi motor is cams eventually eat themselves and take out the motor. It happens during long idling, like waiting for a light. Really? Oof, I got to do my research. I'm I got Coyotes that are, make 80,000 miles, 90,000 with no issue. Boosted. So if a stupid thing like a cam's going to be an issue, I don't want nothing to do with that. Leave the pinstripes, Alex. Goes with the name Spanish. Mama Lone. Mama Lone. Run up per comment of the week. Performance blue for the 20 GT500 is my favorite color. Let me see. Performance blue GT500. Yeah, I'm not I mean, it's like ice blue. I mean, it's nice. It's just not, I wouldn't say it's my favorite color. I think the ruby red on GT500s are just so good. Yeah. Oh, in certain lighting. Boy. Yeah, ruby red's pretty hot. Believe it or not, for some reason, I'm liking race red on these things too. Yeah, I'm liking race red on these. It's just obviously the red car is similar. And then the other color I do like white. It's hard to beat a white 2020 GT5. I mean, Jesus, it looks like a stormtrooper, bro. I just think it's so cool. Oh, this is fucking tits. This is tits. This is nice. This is like a trophy car. This is like I bought it just to have it, and I'm not even gonna fucking drive it. Car right here. You don't drive this. You just have it in your fucking garage. Be like, yeah, I got it. I got it because I wanted it. I don't even fucking drive it. It's dusty. It's dusty. I don't even drive it. But yeah, that's like a trophy car. Okay. Make Hush Money a stick car and piss off every auto guy in existence. Oh, okay, so $10,000. $10,000. $10,000 to make it a stick car. Come on. It's expensive. I've thought about it. Trust me. Do we think the 7th gen Mustang will have a manual option? Take rate for 2018 has been one of the lowest in any Mustang generation. I'm telling you, I don't even know if it'll fucking, it'll be tunable. I mean, I'm sure it'll be tunable, but it'll be basic bitch tunes. Like the badass shit, the super badass race stuff that we can do, it's probably not going to happen. Race red is awesome. Race red is crazy. Yeah, they have a bad cam issues. I see one with low miles. Take a crap. No, that's not good. Ruby red is the color for my 19 GT. Badass. White is so clean. It's actually rapid red, not ruby. It's actually rapid red, not ruby. You fucking rapid has a metallic flake that pops in the sun. Fuck me. White is bad. Didn't Lund have a white? We had one, sold it, but we still have it in our possession. Supercharger VMP supercharger for a street car in Florida. Looking for 850 horsepower and 85 on a Gen 3 Mustang. Either will get you taken care of. The VMP is going to have more nut down low. The Pro Charger is going to have a ton of top end. The new 2021 colors are very nice. Kona Blue Mustang. Lincoln's pristine white is amazing shade of white. I love how people give you the actual fucking name. Lincoln's pristine white is a definite. It's a debonair. White. What's the name of the really dark burgundy color? Shit your ass after eating taco red. I mean, these. I'm sure someone's gonna go presidential election was stolen 2020 red. He's like red, dark red. 2011 Shelby Bone stock. I know already. Get a Trinity, but can you get a low 10, maybe a high 9 from the Eaton? Oh yeah. Fuck yeah, bro. Fuck yeah. You can get a 9-second quarter mile with a TVS. Absolutely. You can make about 800 plus horse with a 2.3, right? So if you get 2.4 upper, 10% lower, E85 returns off fuel system, big cold air, twin 65 throttle body, bitch will go 9s. Any Stripe Delete GT500s, S197, RS550 looks amazing. Yeah, that's why I really like the Section 8. No stupid candy cane stripes. It looks so clean. I love it. Ruby red is nice too. Shannon, owner of LMR here in Waco, has an orange GT500 with carbon track pack. Orange is nice too. Of course, white is dope on everything. I'll PayPal you. Haha. Morning, Alex, says David Martin. Alex, let's see you back in stick shift racing. I want to see Black Car 2.0 or a 4i Fox. I think about it a lot. Trust me. The car to probably have it done in would be the Fairmont because it's already a Fox body, light-ish, 4-link, so it's a clutch, adjustable suspension, and trans, obviously, away from being a pretty badass stick car. I've thought about it very much, trust me. Do you think Ford is even going to put a 5.2 supercharger in the Raptor with the way things are going? Yeah, it's got to be already in production. Hey, Alex, you should try and find a chick on the dating channel that has a pinstripe tramp stamp and matches the truck as close as possible to pick her up for a date in the tramp stamp. In the tramp champ. The tramp champ. Wow. Look it up. Dope. Google. Dark Crimson. When you're hyper as a kid, were you hyper as a kid? You got a lot of energy. No, I'm actually really laid back and quiet. If you guys see me at the track, you'd be like, he's like super chill, super quiet. I have a lot of energy, sure, but I was not a hyper kid. 2.9 Whipple or Gen 3R? Oh, out of those two, the Gen 3R by far. If your Maruchanes touch your cabinets, walls, you haven't made it. Thanks, that's a killer color. Dark cinnamon, tangerine, orange, metallic yellow. Oh, fuck, I love the names. I love Grabber Blue. Birds never shit on it. True story. How low are you planning to drop La Sucia? I don't know if I'm going to drop her like really, really low. It'll probably be the same as Jake's truck. Like the same exact drop kit. Nothing crazy. I don't want the thing really low, but I drove it to Miami yesterday. It sucks driving a truck that far that is bouncy as this truck is. I was bouncing all over. It would switch lanes because if you know construction between Fort Lauderdale, Boca, Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, and Miami is bad. And when you're in the left lane, that bitch jumped a couple of times. And I'm like, yeah, the ride height situation definitely has to change pretty soon. Lava Red was really dark burgundy color that was available only in 2012. That was great. I love that. There was almost twice as many Mustangs sold in 2015 than there was sold in 2019. Hey, Alex, love your show. Quick question, says Matt Kalenda. What superchargers and injector for a 19 bullet street use only? Does a carbon fiber make much of a difference on the street? Does carbon fiber make much of it? Matt. Superchargers. I'd get a Vortec. Like, get a nice little Vortec V3 for the street. Vortec V3, self-contained unit. You don't have to run crazy lines. 3.6 pulley you'll make 680 rural horsepower or so if the tune is on point with a GT350. In terms of carbon fiber being better or good on the street, I don't understand what you mean by that. Difference on the street? Or do you mean weight-wise? I guess I don't understand the question. I'm trying here. I'm really trying. Carbon fiber drive shaft. So how was I supposed to know that? Hey, Alex, love your show. Quick question. What supercharger and injectors for a 19 bullet street use only? Does a carbon fiber make much of a difference on the street? That's what you wrote. I wouldn't do a carbon fiber drive shaft at all. Ever. I would do aluminum forever. Period. Don't ask me why. That's just what I recommend. I ordered an N-Gauge as soon as Alex said they were going to be discontinued one of his episodes. Don't know if he was speculating or got wind of some good info, but he was right on ordering one ASAP. Nito Diaz, one thing I'm going to do on this channel is I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to make you buy something to give away something. I'm not going to mislead you because I respect the fans and eventually customers. So I'm not going to disrespect you by being, oh yeah, buy something, and we're still making it. Now, a lot of people thought I was a shithead because stopped supporting SET, and then all of a sudden, people bought N-Gauges. I'm sorry. And then all of a sudden, N-Gauge went away. We had no idea that was going to happen. We had no idea N-Gauge was going to just stop producing N-Gauges. EPA, I'm sure, knocked on the door and said, y'all got to shut it down. This is a defeat device, which is bullshit. EPA, you're fucking wrong. And they had to do what they had to do. So now people are like, well, what the fuck? You know, and I'm like, I get it. And people went, the other way around. When N-Gauge went away, people bought SCTs. That's what happened. When N-Gauge went away, people bought SCTs. And then we stopped supporting SCTs, and then people were mad at us as if we were like on purpose fucking with them. No, it wasn't the case. Trust me. I would be so embarrassed if that was the actual case. The bouncy ass stock suspension, ride head, and short wheelbase. Yeah, it's awful. I have a DSS carbon fiber drive shaft. It has mild vibration. Yeah, I would just get your standard one-piece drive shaft. That's heavy duty. Good morning. I have a Gen 3 short block with damaged rings on the brake, oversized pistons, compromised stock sleeves, and and he's done. Can you bore a stock block much? I don't know. Dan, question of the week. TBE King hit me up or I'm not taking any more screenshots. We have a four-way tie. Hey, we can make a four-way tie. Matt Calenda says, thanks, Alex. Anytime, brother. Thoughts on Vengeance Twin Disc Clutch? Am I working with them? I forget. There's a company that reached out to me that I'm going to try out. But again, I'm not going to shout it out until I've done the vetting, done the research on my own, and give them my opinion first. And if I don't like the clutch, you'll never hear about it. So I don't know about Vengeance, but there's another clutch company I'm working with. I'm going to put it on my car, run it ragged, see what my thoughts are. And if they're good, I'll promote them. If they're not good, you'll never hear about it because I don't rag on people. Unless they deserve it. Alex is a solid character, dude. Thank you. Carbon fiber 7.5-inch pistons. I did put a QA1 carbon drive shaft on my 2020 GT though. That's a good debate. Aluminum versus carbon shaft. Carbon shaft is definitely lighter and safer in the event of a break. It just shatters. I've seen aluminum shafts twist up. Exactly. That is a good one because at what point, at what diameter is a carbon fiber superior than a big badass aluminum drive shaft? Alex and others 10 or 80 shift flare issues. How common are they? Any of you guys replace the valve body? Boosted Colton? The 10 or 80 in the truck flares. The 10 or 80 in the truck in regular mode drive, when it skips shifts, when it goes 1, 3, 5, then it goes 6, 7, 8, it goes, I'm like, that's stock. Then I put it in sport mode, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm like, oh, it likes to hit all the gears. When a skip shift happens, that's when it starts to be a fucking dick. Now, is yours doing it, hitting all the gears? Then you might have to do a trans relearn on the N-Gauge if you have access to it. Good morning, gents. We'll have to catch the replay. Do I need to reach in for a higher stall converter? No. Nope. You do not, John Bailey. Don't ask me why. You just don't. Do you have any other suspension upgrades on the red Stang? No. Stang-a-lang? I already mentioned in the beginning of the episode everything that's done to the car. Usually twin discs are pretty good. Good point, Wild Horse 50. Wild Horse 50, what do you say? Get a nick / ding on the aluminum drive shaft, no problem. Get a minor nick on the carbon fiber drive shaft, it will not end well. He's 100% right. Carbon fiber drive shafts are more sensitive to anything. What would take Hunter Walker? What would it take to get into the 10s on a Roush 2.3 free-flowing Gen 2 stick car? 82 millimeter pulley, pump gas, and a tune. 650 horsepower. That's it. I went 1090s with that exact same combo. That. Literally what I said. Free-flowing exhaust, 10 pounds of boost. It should be a 1090 car at 120, 125, 120, 126. TBE King, did you see my question about the MAD 760 intake? Yep, and I answered it twice. And I gave you a long diatribe. I gave you a long explanation about it. I already said it. I already answered it. Sorry. Wow. It's a stock math curve. So if you have a stock airbox tune, bolt on his shit and it'll run fine. Oh, but it needs to be different. Why? The housing is the same size as stock. Why would I have to change the tune? You got to change the torque stuff. That's nothing to do with the cold air. That has to do with the age of the tune. Putting on the blower after some regular maintenance to the car. Okay. Want to see shitty 10 or 80 tuning? Drive a new Ranger. The one and some off-road suspension is super fun. Best throttle body for CJ Manny NA car. 65 or 67 or 69 throttle body. Period. Bet no monos. Shut the fuck up with monos. No monos. Monos are fucking stupid NA. Thank you. Best company for dunce caps. Stroke my 4.6 or 302 and to spite all of you coyote guys. Possible to rev a stock manifold 50 to 8,000 RPM? Sure, it's just not going to make any fucking power after like 6,800. Just going to rev. Is a C85 tune worth it over a Pump 85 tune? No. Nito Diaz, I would get a stainless drive shaft if I could do it over. No. Stainless is soft. Stainless is soft. Don't you want like chrome moly? Don't they make chrome moly drive shafts? You don't want stainless. Stainless is soft. I did have a vibration issue with the carbon fiber drive shaft. I think he means aluminum. Daniel, depends on the valve train, not the manifold. Exactly. No, he could rev it up there. He could rev it. It's just not going to make any power. I'm answering his question directly because if I go into the matrix with my explanations, he's going to be fucking lost. Does anyone know if Circle D will offer a higher stall for max effort NA 10 or 80 car? Or is that one stall fits all you see on the site? One stall fits all. Seems like that's all they have. Is it time for Hush Money story yet? We've been waiting. No. The guy's still alive. Just got a new motor. My Gen 3 also has a twin turbo on it. How long do you think I should wait before I start racing it? Just got a new motor on my Gen 3. Also has a twin turbo kit on it. Break it in. Change the oil. Everything looks good. Send it down the quarter mile. So it ain't illegal to cut off my muffler? Your muffler? No. Your cat? Yes. I have a BBK intake that came on the car and now I know it's shit. And I'm waiting to buy a PMAS. In the meantime, do you think wrapping the piping with header wrap would lower IATs? Can you screenshot that too, Casey? 6Speed 50 asked a very good question. No. It won't. It won't lower your IATs if you wrap your BBK intake with header wrap. Now, if you use heat reflective tape like they do on the space shuttle, yes. Oh, my bad. Aluminum drive shaft, Nito DS. Race spec or X spec for an S197? What the fuck are you talking about? Shifter? Barton. The Barton. Is your new truck going to stay in air or are you going to feed it some boost? I'm going to feed it some boost. It'll be single turbo once Jake gets his kit vetted. Circle D will restall your converter. Just need to send it to them. He's asking if there's a max effort naturally aspirated converter like there is on Gen 2s. That wins the week. VG says no. That's a dub. He was just talking about that last show. Exactly. What would upgrading my injectors do performance-wise in my car? I have a CJ with the Twin 65. Nothing. If you stay on pump gas, not one goddamn thing. But wait a minute, Alex. Orale, wait. You're telling me that if I put injectors in my CJ pump gas car, bigger injectors than stock, it's not going to make more power? No. It's not going to make them power. That's how I know you're full of shit, man. You don't know nothing. You got everything. I got nothing. I guarantee it's going to make more power because more fuel equals more power. Boy, this is a real peasant chat. This is the peasant chat, so I can't really talk that shit. When you tune turbo cars, do you have it idle with the blow-off valve open or closed? My tuner has mine open at idle, and the tip-in is spongy as fuck. What? Well, the blow-off valve, is it pre or post MAF? I don't know where it's located. Your blow-off valve should be before your MAF, not after your MAF, like close to the throttle body. It should be way before your MAF. Because what happens if the MAF is sampling air and then you're blowing it off before it hits the engine? So it has to be way before the MAF. Big injector means more power. The car can they can wrap the manifold with tinfoil hat material. Wow, I should do that. I should wrap my intake with tinfoil and see what the IATs are. Will Jake be selling the turbo kits or will they be one-offs? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how it performs before anything. Again, it's not going to be the super duper max race. It's going to be a nice packaged kit to make, 800-900, and I want the truck to run 9s and that's it. 3 dumb questions. Keep them coming, guys. I'm dying. Chew don't know nothing. Alex, will you be going to the track first time this year? Alex, I'll be going to the track first time this year. Advice, please. JD Swag, go to the track and watch what others do. This is serious. Watch what others do. You'll see the street guys really fuck up, drive over the water box with 20-inch front tires, do a burnout in the water box, and the burnout in the water box and drag water so they do some of the craziest shit. But watch what the guys that have badass hot rods do. They go up, do a burnout, they stage, they know what they're doing. So what I would do is I'd really just sit there and watch. I did that before. I went to the track with my personal vehicle. I went to the staging lanes. I watched how they moved. I watched how pre-staging worked. I watched how burnouts were being made. I watched track etiquette. There is track etiquette. And I really paid attention. So do that first before you decide to go down the quarter mile. Government cheese chat. Later, bicho. Gonna watch a red car video. See you Tuesday. Bendiciones. I'm hung solo. Thank you. This isn't the peasant chat anymore. It's the poverty chat. It's the VMS chat. Thank you. Temps are just through the roof. It's made of aluminum, and I do shit ton of stop and go in Orlando traffic. I guess PMAS it is. That's still gonna have high IATs. Do you know how Iats work? What's the best Mustang for the money? And are you still into the Boss 302? Yes. If I get an S197 stick car, it's going to be a Boss 302. If I get an S197, let's get after it, stick shift, badass shit, it'll be a Boss 302. Sup, Michael Burke, quite a few, all motor, coyote, me, beers here, sell, whatever, what the fuck. Members on here, got it. I'm fucking off at work listening. Nah, just double bulb everyone. Did you see Ben Askren get knocked out yesterday by a fucking YouTuber? By the way, the guy can punch. Ben Askren cannot punch. He got put into like the... And he got punched into another world. He went down and never really recovered. Referee was like, "You're right." He was seeing stars. I'm like, Ben Askren's not a puncher. He's a wrestler. Got his ass beat. Look, it was wonderful. All right, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here early because you guys are fucking insane. It's been an hour and a half. This has been probably the most productive comment of the week peasant chat we've ever had, and that's good because I'll put it up in the community tab. And just hopefully you get roasted for a couple of weeks. And that's the way we learn. We roast each other. We're all boys here. We all roast each other. It's a good time. Ethor says, I have a 13 NA FFE pump gas code with the ARH, getting a code after WAP that headers for about a year, wondering if this is a common issue. So did you Google the code yet or no? Did you Google the code? Did you Google the code? Did you Google the code? Huh? Did you Google the code? Trouble code O2 sensor pumping current trim circuit open bank 1. So your bank 1 sensor 1 circuit, meaning it's either not connected or O2 sensor is bad on bank 1, which is passenger side front sensor. You're welcome. I Googled it for you. I'm getting the fuck out of here before any other dumb questions show up. See y'all later.